Well, guys, toward the end of the year, Shadowstorm Studios, which is the studio that my best friend Jeremy and I run, um, we want to film a movie called The Visitor. Now, as most of you guys know, I am a very outspoken atheist. Um, I post some controversial things, but it's usually just to garner conversation. I never really go out of my way to try to disrespect people. A belief, yeah, but usually, like, I love to sit and just watch people conversate because usually I'm so busy I don't have time to sit back and talk myself. But I love conversation, so usually I'll post my views, and then I'll sit back and let other people discuss. I love the fact that people come to my Facebook and they kind of use it as a message board. Usually they understand that, hey, we can say whatever the hell we want. We just don't do any personal attacks to other people. Um, However, my best friend Jeremy, who also runs the studio, he is probably as polar opposite of me on the subject as you could get. He is very, very, very hardcore Christian. Um, in fact, I would say if anyone could convert me, it would probably be him. Uh, I respect the hell out of the guy. He's such a down-to-earth, realist, funny guy, and we've had plenty of conversations on this whole subject. But this movie called The Visitor that we want to shoot, probably more toward the end of the year, um, it's one of those movies that, as an atheist, I want to make it because I believe that it's a story that needs to be told. And as a Christian, he looks at the story and he sees it because he feels it's a story that needs to be told. It's basically about a person that comes to church and, wants to hear that message. Um, and the reaction that they get from the church. Some Christians may look at this and be, kind of give it the Forrest Whitaker eye. But it's completely respectful toward everybody involved, but it's a very honest look. Not saying that how I was treated by the church is why I left. I that it's a completely different situation. However, the human condition, this is a very human story that we want to tell. And I think it's something that both sides of, this argument can look at and appreciate and see themselves in it, regardless of who you are in this situation. I think they can look at it and say, well, yeah, I've seen people do this before. Or, well, yeah, I've been in this situation before. But it's a story that, even though Jeremy and I have very opposite points of views on the philosophical points of view, we're him and I couldn't be any closer on, we both have each other here, and that's why we both want to tell this story, called The Visitor. I think our running budget for it's 1,600, which, as all of you guys know, that's not really a lot, especially for a low to no budget film. We want to basically pay every actor that comes. This isn't a Star Trek fan film. This has nothing to do with Star Trek, but if you guys know us, you guys, we haven't released Melbourne yet. We're just about to, here on the 25th. I think we're releasing part one. But you guys have seen our work. You guys know we're constantly filming stuff. We're constantly doing films. But we will be doing a Kickstarter here in probably a couple months. Just asking for, 1,600, which isn't a lot. But we want to make sure that we pay our actors for that, to be on set for the time, and then to pay, to kind of feed them, you know. But that is something I wanted to kind of get in your guys' heads to kind of see where you guys stood on the whole idea of making this film, because it's something that Jeremy and I both have a passion for. So just something I kind of wanted to roll around and see what you guys thought. So, okay, guys, keep on geeking on.